Dilapidation and the dark were his stomping grounds, because if magic existed, this was where it would show itself. Halls forgotten by humankind on their hurries to inconsequentia and the grave. Welcome everyone to What was this? Welcome to everyone to... I am so seriously stumbling over my words here. Welcome everyone to Pen to Paper. I'm Leah Lindemann. I am here to present to you Everything is Summer by Alexander Michael. I read this in my January reads. Now I did talk a tiny little bit about it back in my last reviews video in January, which was actually last week. But today I'm here to designate a full video to his work. Now this is a novella about 96 pages long. It is not a long read. It sucks you in and plays around with your innards and kind of spits you back out, and you're left panting and wondering what just happened. That's exactly what this book does. It is trippy, lyrical, as you probably could tell from the little spiel that I read at the beginning. It's so difficult to describe, but the best way I can describe it is that the reader is mesmerized into following the protagonist Mike, who goes on a journey to unshackling himself from the chains of his previous life. And he goes to Melbourne, the city where he doesn't know anybody. He is looking for himself. He is trying to find himself. And one day he goes into this interesting bookstore where he sees this young woman, Nayla, steal a book from the lady who works at the bookstore, and he follows her. He follows her into this mansion where his eyes are opened to the underground of the city, where dreams and nightmares collide in a kaleidoscope of horror, awe, and indescribability. That is in essence what Everything is Summer about Alexander Michael is about. Mike also realizes that finding himself requires its own demands and its own sacrifices. And you find out at the end of the book whether he is willing to make those demands and sacrifices or not, and whether his newfound partner and lover, Nayla, does the same. It was beautifully written, drawing me in so that I could not resist. Now, I didn't have a physical copy. I'm sure the physical copy is beautiful, as you can see here on the cover that I'm putting up for you. It has beautiful drawings inside. The artist, I'm so sorry, I haven't looked them up, but I will definitely put their name up also on here. Did an amazing job of capturing that wonder-like essence of the characters and the city and the horror, the ambiance horror behind the story of it all. Also, the mansion itself is a really interesting character. It really captures the idea of going into somewhere that you don't feel you should go into, but if you do, it's exciting. Okay, guys, one thing you need to know about me is I always have this weird urge to go into, like, where there's doors in a building and it says do not enter. I have weird urges to go into those doors of do not enter. Seriously, I should have been a spy in a different life. And so this book was a perfect transport for me to do that, into this mansion, this old dilapidated Victorian mansion where there are many secrets behind doors, and its residents are full of mystery and intrigue, and you're wondering if they're good or if they're bad. Really just such a unique read by Alexander Michael. I gave it 5 stars. It was unique. I was there for the entire ride. And then there's this monstrous, how shall I say? It's not a beast, kind of. It's an entity, a monstrous entity at the end of the book. The way he described it, shivers were going all over, up and down my spine. Some of that shivering was because I'm actually really cold here right now. But just a way with words. Alexander Michael, you are a wonder with the English language. I am so excited to read more from you. Also, within the book, there are these sections where there's these quotes from, I think, different characters of this world that he is perhaps expanding and maybe introducing in other facets in other novellas that he's going to be writing. I think that's the case. So I'm definitely very eager to see what else he has to unveil in this world of his. And guys, this is his debut novella. I believe he's written a couple short stories already, but please, I'm going to put down his links below. Go over, send him your love. Check out his book, Everything is Summer. I don't think you'll regret reading it. It's the type of book I believe that everyone can have a very different perspective on. This was my perspective. I'm sharing it with you. But I would be very curious to hear what you all think of his work as well. So if you have read it, please comment down below. Did you like it? What did you think of it? If you haven't read it, do you think that this is something that intrigues you? As I said though, go to his links down below, check it out, send him your love, support him. This is his first official debut novella, so this is great. Congratulations, Alexander Michael, on Everything is Summer. Take care, everyone, and see you next week.